Food is a constant expense. Every day, 3 times a day, whether you're eating out or cooking at home, you've got to spend some money on food. And if you cook on a budget, you're probably very careful about what you bring home from the grocery store for your everyday cooking. But how do you protect this investment once you get it home into your cabinets and your refrigerators? Well, as I mentioned in the last blog post, overbuying is the biggest detriment to cooking on a budget because most of the food gets wasted. Usually people will compound overbuying with overcooking and overportioning and eventually throwing out the leftovers. Well, if you're following the correct portioning procedures for your family, perhaps you've purchased too much for one meal, but you don't have to overcook, overportion, and overeat. You leave those asparagus or the broccoli that aren't enough for tonight's meal, a leftover, you leave them in the refrigerator. But then 3 days later, they're all limp, they're all mushy, and they need to be thrown away. So whether you've cooked them or not, the result is the same. Today's tips are about extending the shelf life of the items in your house so you're not throwing away money without ever having cooked it. First, most plants, think about this, they need water and sunlight to survive. Things like broccoli, asparagus, lettuces, all these other items, they were growing in dirt, basking in the sun not long ago. And if you strangle them with a plastic bag, they begin to steam in their own breathing, in their own expiration. So let vegetables in your refrigerator breathe. Open those plastic bags, let them breathe in the drawer that they're in. Take notice of some of these root vegetables, the root end of the vegetables, and give them some water to further hydrate them and not dry out. You know, things like asparagus, getting a fresh cut off the end of the asparagus and putting them in water in your refrigerator is kind of like having a vase of water for fresh cut flowers. It extends the life of the product in your possession. So when you return with more than one meal's worth of protein, immediately portion this for the future. If you have a container of chicken breasts, go ahead and use your digital scale, weigh them out one by one, and freeze what you're not going to use immediately. This way it doesn't deteriorate while you make up your mind in the refrigerator. For example, when I take a chicken breast home from the grocery store, I don't just keep that one tray in the refrigerator. I'll take some Ziploc bags and my digital scale and portion them for future meals and freeze what I won't be using. Protecting this investment in food starts when you get it home from the store. And cooking on a budget demands that you don't waste food or don't waste money by letting it spoil before you get to cook it. Easy home cooking starts with having fresh, appetizing ingredients to practice your craft upon.